guys, thanks for stopping by and welcome to my channel. Welcome to my frugal life. So this video will be about being eco-friendly. There's lots of channels, lots of moms on YouTube who want to be eco-friendly, and they buy all these reusable things that cost a lot of money, and I'm watching these and I'm like, I would not spend that much money just to be more eco-friendly. I mean, if reusing something saves me money, yes, I'm willing to do it, but if it's costing me money to be eco-friendly, I wouldn't do it. So would you be willing to spend more money to be more eco-friendly? So let's discuss a few things that people do to be more eco-friendly. So there's lots of merchandise available online and everywhere else you can buy stuff that will help you to be more eco-friendly, like composting bins and reusable bags, and even like reusable Ziploc bags, and even reusable trash bags. I don't know. Reusable trash bags, I mean, if you just have to like reuse it a couple times without having to clean it, yes, but if you have to wash it, I don't know how that works. People use metal straws, but I don't know how will you clean it inside those straws. They actually spend money on cleaning rugs, and some people buy reusable like period pads and cups, and I mean, which could be okay if it saves you money, but if it doesn't save you money, then what's the point? So let's talk more about that. Also, there's some people on YouTube I saw, they say like if they're gonna produce less trash, it's gonna save them money. Well, where I live here in the city, there's like, doesn't matter if you produce like one tiny bag of trash or more, it still costs you the same. I mean, you can opt in for a smaller bin, which we do. We have like the tiniest, smallest bin available to use for trash, for the trash pickup, and it only saves us like $5 a month versus like the medium kind, which is not really saving much, but because it's every month and we don't fill up even the small one completely, it's fine. But I would rather, I mean, making less trash will not save me any money if I have to pay the same for trash pickup anyways. And I mean, while it might be good for the landfill and all that, but I wish I could switch to maybe picking it up once a month instead of every week. Yes, that would save me money and save maybe gas for those big trucks that go and pick up those trash bins. But you know, reducing the amount of trash does not really save me any money, and I'm not willing to spend hours and hours of my time trying to do it. Okay, now about those disposable Ziploc bags and straws and maybe foil to cover your food and stuff. Those things, I do not spend more than like $3 a month on just all of these combined. I mean, I buy straws maybe once every 2 years at the dollar store, and they just last us, the regular plastic straws. And the foil I'll buy maybe 2-3 times a year, and it lasts. Like the shrink wrap, it also lasts. I make it last because I also reuse lots of like other bags, like bread bags and stuff, but like washing the bags, that actually costs you water and soap and time and work, so I would not do that. I mean, if something was in a Ziploc bag and it was like just dry stuff like cookies or something, or something that doesn't need to be washed, just like, you know, those crumbs needs to be tossed out because you're gonna put the same thing in there anyways, I'm gonna reuse it. And like if there's a produce bags like at the store that you put your apples or whatever stuff you're buying in, I'm gonna reuse those to put my lunch in next day maybe, because it's clean anyways. But after it gets dirty, I'm not gonna wash it and waste water and soap, which which cost money. I mean, because those bags don't cost me anything. And when the grocery bags used to be free at the store, I would just double bag all my groceries just to get more bags, so because I would use them for my trash can, because my trash cans are all small enough to fit the grocery bags. And now that they're not free, I still have a good stash that will last me a year at least of those bags that I can just keep on using. And also another trick that does not cost me any money but reduces the number of trash bags I'm using, is when the trash can gets full, instead of dumping the bag with the trash in it, I just dump the trash out and keep the bag for a few more times. Okay, now about composting. People buy those compost bins thingies and keep them in their kitchen. I mean, I don't know how you can keep this inside your house because it might start smelling bad, so I would not do that. Actually, before we had chickens, we would compost our veggie peels and things like that, like food scraps in outside, like we would bury it in the ground. But then after a while, we noticed that that place had started having roaches in it, so I'm not really willing to infest the whole neighborhood with roaches just so I could have some compost. I mean, that was gonna be even more work to like get rid of them later. So I don't know, maybe composting foods will just breed like all kinds of bugs and roaches there, so that's what I'm not gonna do. I still compost like my chicken manure and stuff, and also to get rid of your food scraps and actually have something useful out of it. I think if you have space, you can have a couple of chickens, because this way if it's only 2 or 3 chickens, they're not gonna eat much, so it's not gonna cost you much to feed them. Because also, if you're gonna have your food scraps, like just anything you eat, the chickens can eat. So instead of like wasting it or throwing it away or making compost, which makes roaches after you do it, you can feed it to the chickens, and get some free eggs out of it. So because right now we have lots of chickens and we don't waste any food, like even tiniest crumb is not getting wasted, it's going to the chicken. Okay, now about the reusable pads. It might be frugal if you make it yourself or get it for real cheap, but for me it would not be frugal because I got so many of them for free with coupons that gonna last me like years and years, and even my girls are gonna use it for a long time. So hopefully we can use them on time before they go bad. I don't even know if they do go bad or not, but we have enough of those not to have to worry about buying any reusable one. Also, some eco-friendly people do spend money on cleaning rugs. I don't know why would you want to pay money for that, because if you have any old towels that are like falling apart, which you're gonna throw away anyways, or any old clothes like sweatshirts or something, which are like bad, and you're gonna throw them away anyways, you can just cut it in pieces and use this for rugs. So you'll get free rugs and still save money by not having to buy a lot of paper towels. So talking about getting almost free stuff with coupons, I got lots of razors for almost free with coupons at Walmart years ago, and hopefully razors don't go bad, so they will last us a long time. And even though they're disposable, we don't dispose them after one-time use. They just last, I don't know, 10 times or how long, maybe even longer. So this way we get to save even more money. And the funny story, when I was buying those razors at Walmart and using coupons, there was an old man standing in line behind me, and I was like using those coupons like a whole stack, and he was looking weirdly at what I'm doing. And then the cashier said, oh, your total is like 23 cents. So I was like, okay, and I started paying with my credit card. And he was like, you're gonna use credit card for that? Don't you like have some change, I'm like, no, I'm getting my rewards points for using my credit card. Why would they want to spend change? And I know he looked at me really, really weird, like I'm doing some crime or something by doing this, but actually doing the way that saves me the most money. And I don't really care if people give me weird looks or something. If it saves me money, I'll do it. Okay, so now is the question, like, would you be willing to spend more money to be eco-friendly? Because I sure won't. If saving money saves the planet, it's good, but if saving the planet costing me money, forget it. Or if it's too much work, also forget it. My kids are sitting here and laughing at me for
because it's true.
Is it true about me, or like
I agree.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. I hope this video was useful for you, so don't waste too much money on stuff like that.